Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog day, and today is Wednesday the 15th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day outside. Hot, sunny, had a little bit of drizzle here and there. No real rain at my place, but it rained around us, so it is what it is there. But I got up stupid early with the puppy. It's so much easier when my wife's not here. I don't have to worry about keeping everything super quiet and stuff. I can make a little bit of noise in that. Chilled out around the house for a while this morning, got a couple things done. Nothing real major, just kind of simple things. Just had to kind of hang out. Ended up with the paperwork that I had went up yesterday and got signed for my father-in-law and that, and I had to drop back off for my wife and whatnot. And then I basically got a call from her that he'd missed his doctor's appointment. It was a pain in the ass, and yeah, it is what it is. So apparently he had an appointment that she and him both had told the staff about 3 different times and said, hey, his appointment up here Wednesday. I don't know if they'd said the full details of time and place and all that thing or not, but they at least informed him of that. And he called, my father-in-law called my bride and said, hey, where are they at? They're supposed to be coming to get me. My appointment's like in any minute now, kind of thing, because he thinks everything's 2 minutes away. So turns out apparently they only run the bus, the doctor buses on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And they're like, well, nobody ever told us this. Why was this not informed to us? There's a whole pain in the butt there. So we dealt with that whole stress, and she's freaking out. Should we not have put him there? Is he in worse place now? Because now we think somebody's taking care of him, and they're not. And now it's even worse because at least we had him back at home. We would know it's 100% on us. Instead, we're paying $3,800 a month for other people to help basically coordinate this stuff and getting places, and they're not doing that. They then offered to basically pay for an Uber if he organized it, but he doesn't know how to use the Uber app, which theoretically we could have done it. But by the time we knew this, it's already too late because he'd already missed his appointment by the time we find this stuff out, and it is just a pain in the ass. So it sounds like by the end of the day they had a new appointment scheduled for a couple weeks away. But the biggest problem is he's been complaining about a really stiff sore neck and was hoping to talk to his main doctor about it. And I don't know if it's one of those things he's been having this even while he was in physical therapy for his hip and that, but it's like it's been going on for quite some time. And maybe now the hip's not hurting so bad that it's causing him to realize how bad his neck hurts. I don't know. So yeah, it's such a pain in the butt with that whole center, just that whole stress that my wife's put on that kind of thing. Then I also found out, I guess he hasn't had an actual shower since he's been there, because I guess he doesn't have a shower curtain yet. I thought my wife had picked it up. She said they didn't get one. She's mentioned she didn't get one. I thought she went and got one since then, but she didn't. So I just said, okay, I guess I'll just go do it myself so he can get a shower so we can get that taken care of. Yeah, I think he's just been sponge bathing himself in the wheelchair type thing, which is not what's supposed to be happening. This is ridiculous, So I ran out, and basically I have multiple dogs here, and a couple of them like to play a little bit too rough when they're together. So I don't like to leave them unsupervised, at all, let alone for, the time it takes me to run up there and take care of that. So I decided to heck with it. I'd take one of the dogs with me. So I basically, only place I could go buy a shower curtain that I could take the dog in and have the dog with me is Home Depot. And luckily they do sell shower curtains. So grabbed the little pit bull, we headed up, hit Home Depot, grabbed a shower curtain, some curtain hooks, all that fun stuff that's needed. Luckily I thought to grab the hooks, because I was like, I cannot imagine there's hooks there. There is. It's another $16 for a good set of hooks. I did buy a set of hooks that has a double, so we can, if he wants to add a fancier shower curtain and a liner, we can add both of those together type thing and have a little bit better deal. So it's like, I don't know, $6 difference between the double hook and the single hook. So this way, if we do want it, we already have it. We're not buying a whole other set of hooks in there. So got everything I needed. Also grabbed him a little brush. He wanted a little brush to brush crumbs and stuff out of the seams of his chair, because the fact that he drops food all over it. And I'm not really sure how, because he has a blanket on him most of the time, which also makes no sense, because you have control of your own thermostat, why you have it so cold in your room that you constantly need a blanket if you are having control of your own thermostat. But whatever. My thought is keep the blanket over top of you when you're eating, and then just shake the blanket off and they can vacuum it up off the floor, whatever. I don't know. So went and found him a little plastic bristled brush. Might be a little too stiff, I'm not sure. I thought a paintbrush would be too soft and wouldn't really brush it out. Theoretically, I should have probably bought him a paintbrush and just cut it off with some scissors or a razor blade and basically made it shorter to make it more of like a detail brush type thing for cleaning stuff and whatnot. But it is what it is. Got him the one that I thought worked best. Sometimes that doesn't work, I'll get him a different one. So headed up there. Actually, after I got in left Home Depot, I went out and walked Teddy, the little boxer. Walked him around for a little bit, made sure he pooped and everything else that needed to be done. Then headed on up to the father-in-law's apartment, I guess you want to call assisted living. Got there and he wasn't there, which I knew there was a chance he might not be there. I didn't need him to be there, so it actually made my life quicker. I was able to pop in and out of there real quick. Hung the curtain and stuff. He was up at his house with his friend, which again, had we known they weren't going to take him to the doctor, the friend could have taken him to the doctor and then went to the house. And they were, I don't know if they're getting records or stereo, I don't know what they're doing. They're doing something, but they're up there. I told him to bring a coax cable back because his TV still has no sound. It was working fine before when I first set it up, and then he got in the menu system, and then I was telling him about, like, you know, you got to go to HDMI 1 and keep trying to change channel with his TV remote. And I'm like, nope, cable box remote only. And I'm like, you got to go to HDMI 1. He goes, it doesn't work on HDMI 1. I'm like, that's where it is. That's where I put the cable and stuff. Well, apparently, because he had HDMI 2 labeled as home theater, I don't know if he changed it himself, because I can't imagine him having the dexterity and the ability to get up there to change it, or had staff in there change it. But now it's on HDMI 2. So I was like, why are you moving shit? Because now I'm trying to diagnose things over the phone, and I'm unable to because you're moving things around and changing stuff that I don't know where it's at the moment. So, pain in the butt. So it is what it is. So I went ahead and basically got that figured out. I relabeled it cable box because that's where I needs to have it. And I told him, I said, stop using the TV remote. It's only used for menu. And I went back to the audio menu, cannot find out what he screwed up in there to make it have no sound. So it sounds like they're going to move the bed and the chair, and they're going to move the stereo. It's going to be a mess. They're bringing these gigantic tower speakers that he has and stuff and all this. I'm like, I don't care. So went ahead, I got done there, headed back, basically chilled out here at the house a little bit, had the dogs and stuff, had dropped the key back off to my bride. Realized I'd forgot to give her the paperwork for the annuity for the father-in-law, so I went ahead and actually ran home, grabbed the paperwork for it, and ran back and dropped the key and the paperwork off to her at the car so she could get that ball rolling hopefully soon. So I went ahead and took care of it, chilled out at the house for a little while. They wanted to come pick up the pit bull to take her to the beach or whatever, and they found out it was high tide. So I said they wanted to pick it up like 4:30, 5 o'clock. And so to make it closer to 4:30, make my life easier, because I'm their dog getting picked up at 5, and I don't like doing multiple pickups at once. It kind of becomes a little bit clustery and becomes a little bit of a pain in the butt. So they went ahead and said, no problem, they show up at 10 minutes till 5, which I thought was, they get there at 4:30, I'll go for my run after that, but that did not happen. So yeah, it is what it is. The dog went home, the puppy went home, I went and got my run in, got back to the house, got a shower and stuff, chilled out a little bit. Just basically around, like, just I got a shower, like moments after I got a shower, the text there on the way back, dropped the pit bull back off. We hung out the rest of the evening, talked to my wife quite a bit on the phone, talking about things that are going on with their dad and how things are happening and all this, just everything that's happening. It's just, it kind of sucks. So we're not sure he's in the right spot, or just the whole stress of all that whole thing. So hung outside a little bit, ended up having myself a cigar, ended up eating some, I had it early, actually, went out there fairly early. For dinner, I had some chips and dip, and pretty much called it a night. So that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.